everyone, today I have two guests here. Obviously this is Emma and Emily. They both go to school with me, and we thought it would be a good idea to, they don't wear makeup, they're not super into the whole beauty thing yet. They're getting there. Yet. One day you're gonna look like this every day. So I thought it'd be a good idea for them to ask me questions. Not that I'm an expert, I'm not a professional by any means, so this is just my opinion about stuff. But I thought, because people like assume like, oh, this would be a good question, but like they would actually know what to ask. So I thought this might be a good idea. Hope you like it. If you have other questions that are not asked, go ahead and ask them in the comments below, and if we get a lot, maybe we'll make another video. So go ahead, ladies.
Alright, so what exactly is contouring?
Okay, so
and what's the difference between contouring and highlight?
So those are opposites, actually. Okay. Totally opposites. So, oh, poop stains. There we go. So, contouring is what you do to create shadow. So, like, right here, it makes me look like I have, if you put it in your hollows of your cheekbones, like right there, it makes you look like your face has more dimension and not really round, because I have a really round face. So you use, like, a cool-toned gray to brown powder. So like this is an example. This is NARS Laguna, and this is probably my favorite. But you see how it's cool toned? It's not like really like orangey. So you can put that in your contours. You can put it around your nose to make your nose look like the bridge of your nose look smaller. Some people do it like real intense all over their face, like up on your like forehead to make your head look smaller. I used to do cheekbones on a general basis, and then highlighting is to bring things forward. So you can do like a more matte highlight, which is not very popular right now, but that's just like a lot more subtle. And then you can do a super shimmer highlight. So this is the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette, and these are super intense highlights. This is a blush, but these two. So we have like the shade Pearl, which is white, and you would put that like on your cheekbone. So you see how my cheekbones, how like they catch the light and they look kind of more prominent. So that's highlight. You can put it down the bridge of your nose, and it makes, if you do down the bridge and then you do it right here, it makes your nose look a lot more narrow. You can put on your Cupid's bow to make your lips look bigger.
Yeah, your what?
Your Cupid's bow is like right here, like right here.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
Cupid's bow.
Cupid's bow. Yeah. So I don't do it there because I think it makes me look sweaty. That's just I don't like it. But so I pretty much just do it on my cheeks, occasionally down my nose, but I wouldn't do a shimmery one. So you see how this is like really shimmery? I would use like a matte one, because I think if you do too shimmery, it just makes you look sweaty. All right.
Ready for the next question?
I'm ready.
Okay, what color eyeshadow do you recommend for blue eyes?
So blue eyes, you have, okay, so in my opinion, you can wear anything with any color. I have really dark, almost black eyes, so I can pretty much wear anything. But if you want your eyes to pop, you would use purple, which this is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. So we've got some purple shades. And copper. So this is Bare Minerals Single in Sugared Bronze. And these copper tones, purple looks good for pretty much any color eyes. But copper is really great on blue because they're opposites. So like on the color wheel, if you look around, like orangey coppers. So like this shade would be really pretty and make your eyes pop.
Interesting. Alright, do you wear different makeup based on the season?
Okay, so that's another thing. You could say there are rules of makeup. And they're kind of like, you know, rules are meant to be broken or whatnot. So like, you can. So fall would be darker, deeper cranberries, kind of like purple lipstick, deeper shade. So like, this is the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in the shade Raspberry. We have dogs playing down here. So if y'all hear that, y'all know I have dogs. So this is like a really deep purpley shade. So this is a blush. So this would be like a fall appropriate blush. Now for spring and summer, you wear bright colors. So this is the shade, this is the Balm Instain Blush in the shade Lace. And it is a bright hot pink. So you would wear, this would be like more spring appropriate. So you see how there's like a deepness and a brightness. But you can wear anything whenever you want. You're not like sometimes I wear purple lipstick in the middle of spring because I feel like it. Because that's what I want to do. So you can really do whatever you want. But that's like technically what's seasonally appropriate.
Interesting. So how long does it take you to put your makeup on a normal day?
Normally it takes me like 30 minutes to an hour. So I always wake up 2 hours beforehand. And then
Wait, what?
yeah, I wake up 2 hours and then I like take a shower. I eat breakfast. I watch YouTube and put on makeup. I get ready. I play with my dogs. I walk them. Usually I get I put my makeup on in like 10 minutes. So it really depends. But like generally I would say like 30 minutes or so.
I definitely thought you were gonna say like an hour and a half.
Like 4 hours every morning. I
4
just
hours.
there you go.
All right. What is a primer?
Okay, so primer is something you put on. I had to. You can see that we're in a different background. This is my living room because of lighting, and I was trying to accommodate this, so I tried to grab stuff. So primer is something you put on your face before you put on like a foundation or any other kind of makeup, and you use it to kind of like make a blank slate and clear your face off. Hippocampus. For makeup. So like I brought 2 examples. So I have dry skin. So I like hydrating primers. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 hydrating primer. And that kind of is like a moisturizer almost. And it just kind of blanks you out. And then you can use a smoothing primer or a pore filling primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, which I actually like the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer better. I just don't have that at the moment. But that'll like kind of like any lines you have, it'll kind of smooth it out, or any pores like on your nose, it'll just kind of fill it in. It'll just make you more smooth. So it depends on what you need. They have mattifying primers, so if you get really oily, it'll kind of block that oil. I don't get oily, so I use hydrating and smoothing as a general rule. And you can mix them, like, so I do like smoothing in this vicinity and then hydrating on the rest of my face because I get really dry patches on my chin.
So what is your pre and post makeup routine?
Okay, so pre-makeup, I always wash my face in the shower every morning with the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Cleanser, which is still in the shower. And then I use a toner and a moisturizer. I really like the Neutrogena alcohol-free toner. And then this moisturizer I'm kind of indifferent to. It's also Neutrogena, but just a good moisturizer. And then at night, I remove my makeup. I really like the Liz Earle Hot Cloth Cleanse and Polish, but we're out of that. We used it up. So this is the Neutrogena Makeup Removing Towelettes. These are the hydrating formula, and I actually just bought these, and I really like them. I think Neutrogena wipes are really good. Up and Up, which is Target brand, makes really good makeup wipes. But you definitely need to remove your makeup, and then I go in with a toner and a moisturizer again, just to keep your face moisturized, because sometimes when you clean it off, you can like strip it, and I remove my makeup and then I clean it with something else too, because once you remove your makeup, your face isn't really clean. It's just like not makeup, if that makes sense.
I guess that leads to our next question of how do you feel about sleeping with makeup on?
So it's really bad for you. Well, not like bad for you like you're gonna get cancer, like not like that, but it's bad in the sense that like it can clog your pores. So like when you have on makeup, especially foundation, like if you have on some eyeshadow and you fall asleep in eyeshadow, like it's not really that big of a deal. You're just gonna look a hot mess when you wake up in the morning. But if you have on foundation, you have stuff kind of on your face and like clogging your pores. So you're gonna wake up and you might be okay, which is great, but you might have like a lot more acne and stuff, and it doesn't give your face a chance to breathe. So if you like wash it off, get it all off your face can breathe and be happy before you take more stuff on it the next day. And you should, a lot of people like to have like no makeup days where they just kind of have a whole day without putting on makeup. Which I don't do super
I have those
often.
weeks.
I'm all about that.
That's how you live.
I'm all about that.
Emily, you're not in the video. There you go.
There we go. So my next question is, what is the difference between a lip stain and a lipstick?
Okay, so that's a really good question, and I brought 2 examples for you. So a lipstick, they both have color, but these don't last very long. You can have like a matte lipstick, depending on the formulation, but they're not necessarily meant to last a really long time. And they'll come off with you eating and drinking and stuff. Now a stain stains your lips. So like if like this is from L'Oreal, and you know that L'Oreal doesn't put the names of their products on their packaging, which is stupid. But so you see how that looks glossy? Mm-hmm. There's that. This is a Covergirl one and it's blind. So if you were eating and drinking and all that stuff, you see how that stays a lot better?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the stain and this is the lipstick. So stains just last longer. Some people don't like the way they look. They can be more drying. I actually like this formulation a lot. So they just last longer and they're kind of meant to dry down and just stay forever. Forever. Until you die. You're going to have purple lips for the rest of your life.
So lipstick you have to reapply
More often.
day.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Alright, what is your favorite makeup brand? And what do you think is the most overrated brand?
Okay, so my favorite, I wanted to say Kat Von D, but I only have 2 palettes of hers, so I feel like that's not necessarily...
Only 2.
Only 2. So I feel like that's not super representative. So the thing I've tried the most of is Too Faced. This is the Sugar Pop palette. I've done a full review of this. I'll link it below. But I think these eyeshadows have amazing pigmentation. And this is, I have 4 palettes, 3 single shadows, bronzer, a bronzing palette, lips. I have a lot more from Too Faced. So, like, these are just so pigmented. That's a light purple. I don't know if you can see that. But they're just so pigmented. They last really well. Hippocampus is barking. Sometimes that happens. So I really like those. Now, overrated, and I know, you know, things get really hyped up. Hippocampus. More than enough. This is the Wet n Wild. Again, I already swatched this with the purple. So people on YouTube act like this is the most pigmented, amazing thing. And it is really cheap. This is $5, which is a great deal. But, like, I don't find it to really be that pigmented. And it's kind of chalky. So, like, compare that to, like, these 2 shades.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I just don't feel like this is a lot more expensive. But sometimes I think you get what you pay for, and why would you waste your money buying like 10 of these, which aren't going to be as good as like 1 of these. So a lot of people love these. I have done a full review of this also. I just don't think they're that great. So I think they're overrated.
I think Emma may have the other question.
Are you out?
Alright, I still have more though. What's the best way to remove waterproof makeup?
So if you use makeup wipes, a lot of times it gets the bulk of it off. These Neutrogena ones definitely do. And then I'll go in again with another specific eye makeup remover. This one's really inexpensive. It's Up and Up, which is Target's brand. It's the oil-free eye makeup remover. And you'll see how it's like a biphase. Like, this is the oil. Or it's not oil, but it's something that is less... Yeah, it's not oil, but it's like less dense than this. Alright, alright, background person. So, you shake it up, and then you use it, and it just gets everything off. But a lot of times I get most of it off with, like, the makeup remover wipes, and then I go back in through. But definitely a specific eye makeup remover, for the most part, will do you good. And that one's really inexpensive, so I recommend that one a lot.
Alright, what are different products people put in their eyebrows?
Okay, that's a good question. So, there are 3 main eyebrow products, and you can mix and match. So you have the eyebrow pencil. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Perfect Brow Pencil. I really like this one because some eyebrows pencils can be really waxy. This one's not, but feel it. Like, it feels like powder. It doesn't feel like gross and waxy. So I like that one a lot. And then you can put in powder. Now, I actually kind of gave this a really bad review in an unboxing. This is the Pixie by Petra eyebrow powder. But sometimes you don't want like super pigmented brow powder because you're gonna end up with like black eyebrows and like you look exactly like you would look dumb. So like you don't necessarily want the most pigmented products for your eyebrows.
Do they make white?
you could use like that shade.
Serious.
Like look, you could totally use that. You could. So these aren't super pigmented, but they do the job and they look really nice in the eyebrows. And then you can also use brow mascara or a brow gel. So this is the NYX Tinted Brow Gel. This is not a lip stain. And you just kind of comb it through. It'll help distribute product evenly. This probably gives you the most natural look. Did you see that little hippo face? So a lot of times I'll do like a powder and then do a mascara with that in general. But you can mix and match. You can do all three. You can just do one. It depends on how like strong you want your brows. So, like today I have like really dark brows. It's just kind of what happened.
I think that's all of our questions.
All right. Awesome. So I hope y'all found this video helpful and enjoyed it. Like this video if you want Emma and Emily to come back to my channel. Yeah, just like that. Right. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any other questions that we did not address, go ahead and link them below. If we get a lot, maybe the three of us will do another video. If you want me to see me do their makeup, which we're thinking about, yeah, I might do that. So just let me know. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.